Hi friends and my dear students and all the management of the Galaxy Educational Institutes. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity for any video for which is very much helpful all the students who are studying in the Galaxy Institutes from intermediate to their graduation. So this video will help you give a lot of information on your career opportunities, placement services, or your maybe improvement of your personalities, so which give you a lot of information. So we are here to give you very brief introduction what we are, from which company we are, and what are we doing. So we are basically from the Global Visa Education Consultancy Private Limited, right, which is based on India, Nepal and USA. So we are based in 3 different countries, and we do a lot of education services, right, providing your admissions. It could be all over the world, right, you name any country, right, we have options for you to pursue your education. It could be starting from what I said you for the intermediate students for MBBS, which is very critical path for them to get a seat, right. So we give you information, right, how do you get a seat, what are the counseling procedure you have, and what are the other opportunities where if you don't get in India. So we'll give you a lot of information, right. So this is what we will give step by step. So I'll pass over to Nabila, right. She will give you about specifically on the NEET exam, and also the about the other options what we have.
Hello students, myself Nabila. I am an education counselor at Global Visa Advisor. So today what I'll do is try to give you certain points and factors which will be helpful for you for your NEET UG 2019. So as you all must be knowing that your exam is scheduled on 5th of May and the timings are like 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And the due time is like 1:30 p.m. So once that time is gone, no matter what happens, at no circumstances they'll permit you in. So what you can do is to be on the safe side, try to be there before time. Okay. And another thing which I would love to share with you all is the documents which you need to carry on your exam day. First, you need to have your admit card, that is your hall ticket, which is being downloaded from NTA's website. Second, you need to have 2 passport size photographs, and yes, mind you, they have to be the same one which you have uploaded for your online registration. One, it will be sticked on your admit card, and the other one for your attendance sheet. Third document will be an authorized photo ID card of yours. It can either be a Aadhaar card, ration card, passport, driving license, PAN card, etc. Fourth thing, which is like if you are claiming for any sort of relaxation under PWD category, then you need to have a PWD certificate. So these are the documents which are mandatory for you to have on your NEET exam day. And one more important point, see, you might be thinking that it is very convenient and handy to have a laminated copy with you, but students, it is not accepted there. You need to have an original one with you. Laminated ones are not accepted there, so make sure you are carrying the original documents and try to be there before time. What I would like to suggest is try to visit that center a day before, because that will be more convenient and easy for you the next day. There are multiple factors which may lead to your late coming and all. It can either be traffic, climate, distance and all. So it is very convenient and helpful if you try to visit that place a day before your exam. Another thing which is very important to keep in your mind is to avoid carrying any barred items to your exam center. Now what are these barred items? Those are the items which are not allowed over there. It can even be a sort of unwanted stationery like pens or pencils, your geometry box or your calculators or logarithm tables and all, which have no use over there. Do not have any sort of ornaments, any precious jewelry. Yes, there are some sort of rings and all which people relate to their astronomy and all, but what the basic point is there, if there is something precious ornament or a jewelry which you'll be wearing, there they won't permit that. And the thing is, there is no such arrangement over there for you to keep any of your precious things, neither your purse nor your jewelry or anything. So avoid anything which may lead to your distraction, like if it's any sort of precious jewelry, handbags or wallets and all, because you are supposed to be in a state of mind where you are absolutely in peace and you are focused only for your exam. So do not carry things like your handbags, your wallets, then your belts or anything. Even when it comes to your dress code, avoid wearing fancy costumes like too many pockets and all. Try to have a simple one, and yes, it has to be a half sleeve one. You are not permitted for a full sleeve dress. If there is any sort of customary dress, any traditional dress, or if it's a kind of abaya or something like that, what you need to do is report the center an hour before the due time. Like as I told you, 1:30 is the last time when you can enter the hall. So try to report there before 12:30. See, because again you'll be having checking and all, so in order to have the process to go it in a smooth way, try to report there an hour before, so that everything goes smooth and you will be in a peaceful state of mind, and ultimately it will result in good exam and a good results. And when it comes to your slippers and all, try to have sandals or slipper with low heels, and sneakers or shoes are not allowed over there. So just try to keep yourself as simple as you could, because that will be something making process easy and convenient for you as well as the faculty. And definitely there are points like your behavior, attitude and other stuff which you need to be very careful. It is nothing new for me to share you, but still try to have good relations with faculty. Why? Because if anything goes wrong, definitely that's going to affect on your performance that particular day. Even if any sort of incident happens which is inconvenient for you, something which you don't like, it's okay. It's the matter for one day. Try to compromise on it. Any small issues or small fights and all, try to ignore it, so that it won't affect your exam and ultimately on your future, your career. And students, once you enter your hall, try to find your seat. Your name and your roll number will be there. In case if you go, because what happens usually is that students, if they are late and all, in a hurry-burry, they try to go and sit wherever they find a place. So in that way, what they are prone to is like they have max chances of losing their candidature. So in order to avoid all these mishaps and misfortunes, be there before time, have a proper survey, come down to your seat, so that everything goes smooth. Okay, so this is what I would like to give you suggestions regarding your NEET. And yes, students, once you enter the hall, make sure that you are abiding by the instructions, because there once you enter, you need to sign on your attendance sheet, and again you have to sign on that same sheet when you will be submitting your answer sheet. And they'll be giving you 3 signals. Once at the commencement of your test, second signal, it's a kind of bell which will be given in the middle way, like 2 to 5 means approximately at 3:30 when you're halfway done with your exam, and third bell will be given at the conclusion of your test. So students, these are some basic points and factors which you were supposed to be knowing before appearing for your NEET exam and for the onset of your NEET UG 2019. So I would like to request Santosh sir to give you some tips and all, like how your post NEET events work, how counseling and all actually works.
Thank you so much, Nabila. Nice tips for the student for the NEET exam appearing for this May 5th. I would like to give you more information after the NEET exam. What are the things students has to take care, right? So once the NEET results are out, people look for the counseling procedure, which is it's a step-by-step procedure where we have to follow. Okay. So once the exam is done, you will be having the key, then you will be able to understand what is the marks you will be getting and what is your score, so that according to that you can prepare for the counseling. So So I'll give very short information in this video, right? So the counseling procedure, as per my, I have divided into 4 different parts, right? Where the total counseling procedure is like one state level counseling, where we have all the seats whatever in particular state, right? We are from Telangana. So whatever seats in Telangana, 85% of this particular seats will be done counseling using our state level board, and the 15% is given to the central government, where the other 15% seats will be done by the counseling by the all over India. So we should be very careful while applying for these particular colleges, where we as a experts for the MBBS counseling procedure, right, we will guide you students according to that rank, right? If they get some rank, so what are the colleges they can expect in the counseling? So we will help you from the starting from the registration procedure and what rank you get and what are the colleges you can specify at the time of selection of the institutes through web counseling. So the state counseling will be done in 2 phases, right? Phase 1 and phase 2. Right? If you don't get a seat in phase 1, then your chances of getting in phase 2, right? This is a state level counseling. So once the state level counseling is completed, then we will have a all India quota, right? Again, students can still do the registration. Again, fresh registration has to be done as per the notification, and you have to upload all the documents and do the verification of the documents, then start participating on the 15% quota throughout India, whatever seats we have. So you know, it's around 70 to 75,000 overall seats we have throughout India. So this is the second phase. Through all over India they do the counseling. The third one is very important, and I know, I met a lot of students and the parents, right? The third kind of round of counseling are not aware of it. This is called a mop-up round, right? This mop-up round is basically where students who have selected the colleges in the state level or all India level, they may leave that particular seat. It could be reason, maybe they got in the aims in good colleges, or they got to abroad, or anything reason. So whatever the seats they leave it, the vacant seats have to fill it up using the mop-up round. So this mop-up round will be conducted if any seats vacant in the state level or all India level counseling, and there are chances of chances where many students will get a admission into this MBBS colleges in India, where still their marks or the rank is low. So a lot of opportunities in the mop-up round where they can check their luck and get the seat with the less rank or the marks. And finally, the 4th phase is called deemed university, right? We have apart from this, all these colleges counseling happens, there is a separate counseling will happen with a deemed university. Throughout India, we have many deemed universities who are authorized and approved by the government of India and medical council, who will do the counseling and get the allotted the seats. So you have to apply differently and separately for this deemed university also. There is not that I register for state level, I will be carry forward to deemed. No, there is separate registration procedure for the deemed to get the seats. So this is where this is step by step, and everywhere you have to do registration and document verification. So you will be able to get the seat in India, so that it would be very much helpful to know all the procedure, because a lot of people will not aware and seeing lot of googling everything, they may get or may not get the proper information. So we will support you in detailed information for all applying for this particular counseling procedure. Right. So the next question is, what is the next career opportunities for the students who don't get a seat in India, right? We have around 75,000 seats, and the number you see the people appearing, I mean students appearing for the NEET exam is 15 lakhs this year. So the percentage is very high, right? And every students want to, I mean it's a dream of a students or a parents who want to become a doctor. So that's only option to do a MBBS degree. So once you MBBS, then only you are able to become a doctor. So we will give you next opportunity or options for students who want to do abroad MBBS education. So I mean, if you see the survey, students are every year, the students going to abroad is keep increasing. It's more than 50,000 students from India every year traveling to abroad to do their MBBS, right? So if you see MBBS in abroad, it's government universities, right? So we are here for you to help you to get a seat, okay, in abroad. Maybe if I name, there are a couple of countries, like more than 10 countries we have. So I'll ask Nabila to give a brief idea on the MBBS abroad. How do we get seat in the government universities with a less fees cost?
students, as sir have told, that there are approximately 14 to 15 lakh students appearing for NEET this year 2019, and the available seats in India are for like 67,000 to 75,000. So just wonder, like, where are the other students going to go? And yes, no doubt becoming a doctor is a dream for every student appearing for NEET exam. Maybe it is their own dream or their family's dream, their parents' dream, or sometimes there are many emotions attached, after a dream. So what if you don't get in India? It's not like that's the end of your career. It's not like you have to compromise on your dream. It's not like you have to leave it and opt for any other alternate. Just imagine, I have seen so many people, they go for alternates like pharmacy, or they go for agriculture, they go for veterinary and all. But see, you have thought to become a doctor. Why do you thought that? Like, why have you even given a thought to it? Because you thought at one moment that yes, I'm capable enough of becoming a doctor. You might have thought that yes, I can become a doctor. That's why you have appeared for a NEET exam. You aimed for it, and I believe that is more than enough to achieve what you are aiming for. When you have planned for something, then I wonder why people go for different alternates. I know there is lack of opportunities and there are not enough seats for you. So that is why we have introduced MBBS in abroad. Because see, it is your dream and it is our aim to guide you to that path. And there are many queries why people ask me, like, Nabila ma'am, it's in India, like the seats are so less that they are not sufficient for Indian students itself. Then how come those abroad people, they are having seats for their students as well as for us? So see, the first reason is that they want to promote their education. They have good faculty, they have good infrastructure, they have good syllabus, they have everything. And another part is that we Indians are very smart. We are intellectual people. Whether we accept it or not, we are smart. And they need us, they want us. The way we hold a pen, the way we hold a knife, the way we manage instruments in surgical operation or anything. Overall, when we compare Indian students to foreigners, our progress, the way we take care of things is much better. How we handle things, how we take care of certain negative situations, how we tackle with them and all, we have enough capabilities. Like, let me give you an example. Like, for an Indian student, there were certain IQ tests done where Indians have proved to be much better than foreigners. And the reason is that I think in India, people, any person, minimum of languages they know is 2. Any language, it could be any language, either English or any Telugu, Urdu, Hindi, any local language. Minimum of 2 languages they know. So, since their childhood, they are trained in a way to adapt to different things, to multiple things. So, this is how our brain and body is trained. Whereas, if we see foreigners, there are many people who know only one global language, and that is English. But we are people with much knowledge, with more information, and we are much hardworking. So there are many factors why those people want us in their universities. And you know what? In every university in abroad, the thing is like, if they have 300 seats, 150 will be reserved for foreign students. And from those students, the maximum number is from India. The reason why is we are smart, we want to become doctors, and we are taking step towards our dream. So what I suggest is, like, when you have planned for it, go for it. Do not change it, do not compromise it, or do not give up on it. Because you have thought of becoming it, then become it. And you have facilities. It's not like, gone are the days when people used to think abroad education is a burden. There were multiple factors. They used to think for their family, they used to think for their responsibilities, and yes, money. How can we forget about the ideal budget? So what happens is that these days there are many facilities which have come up. And see, again, there are some students who feel very inconvenient to go a foreign place, maybe because of factors like climate, environment, local people, language and all. But see, now today in this third world generation where everything has become so convenient, we have got so many apps where we could actually communicate in different multiple languages. So there are multiple ways how you can achieve your dream of becoming a doctor. So see, abroad education has become such a big factor that many people are preferring that over getting a seat in India. First thing, maybe the reason is that you haven't got a free seat. Second, it might be like you have got a seat in category B or C, but you are not satisfied with that. And again, it might be like you haven't got a seat at all, but you want to become a doctor. So there comes an option for abroad education. See, there are many people who go for, management quota, private quota and all. But there the starting package itself is like 80 lakhs. And again, donation comes in where people, try to, do like how it works in an auction. Whoever pays more, they get a seat. This is how it works here. It's not like degrading a system, but this is a fact how things work out. Whereas when we compare to abroad education, it's not like that. There is nothing called as donations. It's totally like first come, first serve basis. Even if you go for a government university or you go for a private university, the fee is almost approximately same. Maybe a 1 or 2 lakhs up and down fluctuation is there, but it is almost same. But the reason is that the government colleges get filled first, obviously because of more demand, because it's a government colleges. So what I'm trying to say is that abroad education has such a value, and they are not like donation or something like that. It's like they want to promote their education, they need us, and ultimately it is helping their country's economy. So these are certain factors why they are promoting foreign students. And see students, it is very convenient for you to study in abroad. First thing, I'll start with the ideal budget, the package, because see, it must be looking very flowery and also speak about so much of stuff and information, but yes, at the end of the day, we all care for what is the budget which we hold and what is the requirement of a particular university or any country. So see, in abroad education, it's not like how we pay in India in 80 crore, 80 lakhs, and it goes up to crores and all. There the starting package is from 15 lakhs, which will be including your tuition fees, your hostel fees, and your basic expenses which will fly over from here before your departure, like your visa processing will be there, getting your medical insurance, getting your travel insurance, and XYZ services. So the thing is, when you are able to get such a such a good offer to become a doctor, then why to go for some alternates which are not having much value? Definitely it's not like degrading any profession or any field, but it's like your interest. See, if you want to go for that, if you have planned for it since the very beginning, you are most welcome to go for that. But the thing is, when you have been planning for medical, then why do you want to change it? Just because you haven't got a seat in India, or just because getting a management seat is not in your hands? So why to compromise on it? Go for abroad, because there they need you, and it is something which will give you more exposure. You will interact more people, you will come to know about different cultures, and at the end of the day, it will benefit you. First thing, you will become a doctor, you will have a degree of MBBS in your hands, and second thing is that you are exposed to different cultures and multiple personalities, which will help in your personal development, which will improve your skills, and it will improve your compatibility and mingling capability with other people, which will definitely help you in your career. So see, abroad education is a main factor which is investing, which is doing a lot in your progress. You can go for it. The package is not much high. The starting package is approximately 15 lakhs, and yes, it is all for government colleges. I repeat the word in double quotations, those are all government colleges. The faculty, the infrastructure, everything is taken care by their country's government, by their Ministry of Science and Health Affairs and all. So it's nothing like you're getting a degree and you are in a state of mind like, oh my god, whether my degree is accepted in other countries or not. is it valid only in this country and all? Those are all government colleges. Your degree is valid in that particular country. If you are in a position, if you feel like you want to continue your career there, you are most welcome to do that. But if you feel like coming back to India and doing your medicine practice here, then I think you must be aware about MCI. See, MCI is Medical Council of India. Like how for every exam and for every particular event we have an organization, we have a board. So just is like MCI for MBBS. Whatever happens under medical, whether it is for NEET entrance exam or consulting any sort of events, dates, schedules, or giving any sort of new notifications related to MBBS, it is all maintained and issued by MCI. So how we have NEET entrance exam, we have a NEET exit exam as well, which is called, you know, in our local language we call it generally as MCI exam. So what is MCI exam is like, I think most of you people are aware about it, but I will just brief you on it. It's like once you are done with your MBBS exam, I mean when you get an MBBS degree, after coming back from abroad, you are expected to be appearing for MCI exam, and you need to clear that in order to get your registration number, after which you can start your medical practice in India. So the thing is like what is that MCI exam? It's nothing, you are sitting for MBBS and the paper will be of BTech or something like that. You, whatever you have studied in the past 6 years in your MBBS course, same stuff, same content related questions will be there. So it's nothing a big deal where you need to worry or panic, because it's not just for abroad people. It's in process where the foreign students, they have filed a case. It's like why only people coming from abroad had to give an MCI exam. So it's just to test your capabilities, and it is nothing out of the box. See, because once you have appeared for NEET exam, maybe you might have got good marks, but who knows after 6 years whether you are in the same potential, your caliber, or you have changed your mindset, just to test you that are you in a position to take charge of patients. Because see, medical is a field where you cannot play with someone's life. Doctors, they have given so much respect and dignity. So just to test that, there is an MCI exam. So the test will be up for 300 marks, so 150 is like qualifying marks. So it's not like a big deal. Whatever you have studied in your past, that will be coming there. So it's not just for the students who are coming from abroad, it's in process. Even the ones who are studying their MBBS in India are now entitled to appear for that MCI exam, which is called NEET exit exam. So only after clearing that, they will be getting their registration number, and so they can proceed with their practice, medical practice in India, either in having their own clinics or working under a company or in hospital. So this is how MCI works. So, and even there are some queries from students which I mostly get is like, ma'am, when we are studying abroad, then how can we come back and write MCI coaching and all? So that will be provided to you. Like we have online classes, and for certain universities we even have live classroom coaching for MCI. See, because the significance which we give to MCI exam, Indian students, is very high. Why? Because it's all our dream to come back to our own country and practice medicine over here. So that's not a big deal when it comes to MCI exam. It will be all what you have studied in your past. And even if you think of your convenience, and if you think of climate, atmosphere and all, students don't think that it will be difficult for you to adapt. Because see, we are Indians, and I feel we are very adaptable to climate, weather conditions and all. Because here we have experienced high temperatures where it goes to approximately 45 and 50, and we have even experienced temperatures as low as 14, 12 here in India itself. So I don't think so it will be difficult for us to adapt, but still it will be all under our convenience. Like usually the countries, foreign countries, there the temperature will be from cold to moderate. So moderate is a kind of which we can actually deal with. Even cold is not cold as Alaska. So, but even if you find it inconvenient, there you will be having room heaters and all. So there it is made sure that we are convenient in that atmosphere and we are totally focused on our education. Your safety, your security, your academics, all that part will be taken into consideration with very serious care and responsibility. And now I would like Santosh sir to say something, more in detail about the countries which we deal, how it works and how MCI is related to it and how it can benefit you people.
Thank you so much for the very detailed information, right? So I'll give you very specific information what countries we were exclusive and we have partners for where we can send students from India to get admission into MBBS, right? So starting with a different the budget or considering their choice of a student, right? We have multiple countries. I'll name couple of things starting from the Kyrgyzstan, Georgia, China, Russia and the Caribbean islands. And apart from this, students still they want to go to US and Australia, we have other opportunities for them. So all these countries we only get admission in the government colleges or the universities into specific countries, right? So we have more than 40 colleges all these countries, and which are approved and authorized by our government of India, right? It's just you can log into any of the mci.org. It's a Medical Council of India. It's a government website where they in detail given the list of all the university names, right, where the Indian students can go and complete their MBBS degree and come back and do their practice or study higher education. So it is clearly given by the Indian government that we are authorized to go to specific countries on this particular universities. So there is need not to worry on selection of the universities, right? We will help you and give very detailed information which college suits for you. And also there is a difference MCI and WHO approved, right? Even we will look for such a universities which even approved by World Health Organization, which is completely worldwide approved by the different medical colleges. So the colleges which you choose is approved by Indian government and also by the WHO. So this kind of a colleges of government we will help you to get the admission. So these are the countries, and we have a number of government colleges, but top government colleges what you have I mentioned is a 40, where the teaching of language methodology is also English. There is no other local language where you have to be getting the teaching methodology. It's English purely, right, where the teaching methodology by the professors will be done in all this university. Right. So apart from this, the fee structure she's already mentioned. Okay, it's a 15 lakhs. It's a overall for 6 years, right? So hardly per year it could cost you 3 to 4 lakhs with university fees and your food and accommodation. So and also the best opportunity for students who have completed their MBBS degree abroad, they have a lot of opportunities to do their PG studies, right? In India we have a huge competition for PG, but when you have a choice of going MBBS and you have a more options for your PG degree, right? I'll give a very simple example, right? People can do Googling and ask their friends everywhere, right? What is about the USMLE, right? This is one of the wonderful opportunities for the Indian students where they can clear this exam and get the PG degree in the US. I mean the admission for the PG, and you get a visa for 3 to 5 years, and also you start earning a stipend, right? Maybe in India you may get 50 to 60,000 per month, but that's while you're working. But in the US, once you clear this exam, then you are getting a PG degree and also you get a stipend, which is minimum of $5,000 which is 3 to 4 lakhs, right? You can check in all the websites, Google or anywhere. This is what the truth. So a lot of opportunities for students going to abroad, going for the PG degree, or they're earning money or coming back to India and start pursuing, right? So we are get in touch with with your management, right, the Galaxy Educational Institute, where we can support all the students who are interested for the MBBS abroad education, or they want any support in India for the counseling procedure, for everything, right? You can get in touch with your principal or coordinators who are represented by the college, where what exactly, right, abroad education or MBBS at one place, right? All the information could be in India or abroad. We are here to help you and support you to get the admission, and we want to see you as a doctors where I mean the dream, whatever your parents or your friends or your dream to become a doctor, we help you and support you. Still, I mean that's the last option we have. Still, students want to have anything management seats they want to look for in India. We are here you and we will help you to get admission in the government or private colleges with the management quota. I mean this is option where the students, I mean the parents who are capable of getting getting a seat in the management, we are here to give you a detailed information on it and get the confirmed admission with directly connected with the colleges, right? There is no kind of mediator, directly connected with the colleges, where you will get a confirmed seat, the budget, whatever the college mentioned at the time of admission, right? So this all the detailed information for this specifically more of NEET or MBBS students, what we have given about the counseling or your abroad education or Indian education system, right? So still, if you have any doubts on the procedure and process, you can get in touch with your management and the principal, where they will call us and ask us to come, or they will coordinate with us. So overall, we are here to get a seat of your MBBS, right? So that's all. Thank you so much for the giving this opportunity for the Galaxy.